Hello and welcome back. My name is Jack B. And as always, thank you for viewing my video. Over the years, the U.S. government, particularly the military and our spy agencies, has performed terrible experiments on the trusting American people unbeknownst to them. Because the government performed outrageous and harmful activities on unsuspecting American citizens, the population has a level of distrust in the government. In June 1966, U.S. Army scientists secretly dropped light bulbs filled with trillions of bacteria, not the flu virus, onto the tracks of the New York City subway system. This was done covertly without the knowledge of the public or city officials. The military wanted to test the vulnerability of the NYC subway system to a covert biological warfare attack and understand how the piston effect of passing trains could spread airborne agents. Instead of the flu, scientists used Bacillus subtilis. At the time, the Army considered this strain to be harmless and used it as a surrogate to simulate how dangerous pathogens like anthrax would behave. Air sampling devices placed by the researchers showed that the bacteria traveled rapidly throughout the system, exposing well over 1 million commuters to the microorganisms. These tests remained entirely classified until the 1970s, when they were revealed during Senate investigations into the U.S. biological weapons program. There were also U.S. government mind control experiments performed on unsuspecting citizens. Project MKUltra was an actual covert Central Intelligence Agency program. Because the U.S. government attempted to find ways to manipulate mental states during the Cold War, it laid the perfect foundation for extensive modern conspiracy theories. Project MKUltra operated from 1953 until 1973. It was an illegal human experimentation program run by the CIA. Government scientists used unwitting American and Canadian citizens to test chemical comas, sensory deprivation, electroshock therapy, and high doses of LSD. The CIA wanted to see if they could develop a truth serum for interrogations or successfully brainwash foreign adversaries. The program's chief chemist, Sidney Gottlieb, ultimately concluded that human mind control was impossible. The CIA destroyed most of the records in 1973, but the truth was exposed during congressional hearings in the late 1970s. Because of these programs, many similar mind control conspiracies emerged, not to mention the fact that the military and spy agencies used them to their benefit. 1. Project Monarch is an extension of MKUltra that uses trauma-based mind control. Perpetrators subject victims, often alleged to be Hollywood celebrities, pop stars, or politicians, to severe trauma to fracture their minds into multiple alter egos. These sleeper agents can then allegedly be triggered by specific words or symbols to perform tasks on command. 2. Mass media and predictive programming. Theorists believe that the U.S. government shifted from individual targets to the entire population. They claim the entertainment industry, mainstream media, and advertising are rife with subliminal messaging and predictive programming. The goal is allegedly to hypnotize the public to compliance, distract them with idle entertainment, and condition them to accept authoritarian government control. 3. High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, HAARP, is a massive target for conspiracy theories. Believers frequently claim the U.S. military uses HAARP's massive antennas to beam low-frequency radio waves directly into the atmosphere to alter global weather, trigger earthquakes, and broadcast frequencies capable of manipulating human brainwaves and moods on a mass scale. 4. Targeted individuals and V2K. There is a large online community of people who refer to themselves as targeted individuals. They believe they are being stalked and harassed by the government using directed energy weapons or voice-to-skull, V2K technology. Believers claim that the government can beam voices, synthetic telepathy, or physical pain directly into their minds from afar using satellites, cell towers, especially 5G, and hidden microchips. While the idea of the U.S. government successfully controlling minds via satellites or media signals is a conspiracy theory, the anxiety behind it is rooted in the very real, terrifying history of the CIA's MKUltra program. Many conspiracy theories exist, and more people than you would think believe in them. Numerous academic, polling, and advocacy organizations continuously research the psychology, demographics, and societal impacts of conspiracy theories. Leading institutions focus on specific approaches. 1. Psychological research. The University of Kent's School of Psychology investigates the epistemic, existential, and social needs that drive people to embrace conspiratorial narratives. 2. Political and social polling. The Pew Research Center conducts public opinion surveys analyzing how demographics, political divides, and media consumption influence belief in conspiracies. 3. Multidisciplinary studies. The University of Miami has led long-term political science and data engineering projects to chart historical trends in conspiracy beliefs over the last 60 years. 4. Societal and tech analysis. The University of Cambridge actively researches how online spaces and algorithmic echo chambers amplify conspiratorial thinking and vaccine hesitancy. 5. Watchdog and civil rights. The Anti-Defamation League, ADL, documents the spread, origins, and real-world harms of hateful conspiracy theories. Research across psychology, sociology, and cognitive science reveals that people who believe in conspiracy theories generally do so to satisfy deep emotional needs, such as reducing uncertainty, feeling unique, and finding order in a chaotic world. Number 1, the psychological needs. Studies show that when people experience a loss of control or are in a crisis, such as economic instability or a pandemic, their motivation to make sense of the situation spikes, leading them to perceive conspiracies. Research also indicates that many people are drawn to conspiracy theories to fulfill a desire to feel unique or to belong to an in-group of people who know the truth. Number 2, cognitive and personality traits. The human brain is prone to seeing patterns even when none exist, illusory pattern perception. Research suggests believers often overrate their own cognitive skills and remain unaware that their beliefs are on the fringes of consensus. Studies highlight associations with certain traits, such as paranoia, antagonism, and a lack of empathy, the dark triad. Number 3, societal and behavioral impacts. Research on democratic cultures across Europe shows that conspiracy thinking weakens civic participation and deeply erodes trust in medical, scientific, and democratic institutions. Studies continually correlate these beliefs with non-normative behavior, ranging from vaccine hesitancy and refusal to follow public health mandates to participation in political violence. Recent behavioral research has explored methods for de-escalating conspiratorial thinking. Conversations with AI. A landmark study demonstrated that having individuals articulate their conspiracy theories in their own words and engage in a personalized, fact-based dialogue with an artificial intelligence, such as GPT-4, can durably reduce these beliefs. Refining definitions. Cognitive science research notes that people struggle to recognize conspiracy theories when they believe them, so interventions that take time to consider the claims or define what constitutes a conspiracy significantly reduce conspiracy blindness. Extensive research shows that between 50% and 75% of Americans believe in at least one conspiracy theory. The exact number varies depending on the breadth and depth of the theories being measured in surveys, but conspiratorial thinking remains widespread across the country. In the U.S., a comprehensive 50-state survey by Northeastern University found that roughly 78.6% of respondents agreed with at least one conspiratorial idea, while 19% strongly agreed with multiple broad conspiratorial concepts. Polling from Change Research indicates a high level of distrust in powerful organizations and establishments. 72% of voters believe pharmaceutical companies suppress cures to maintain profits, and 42% believe the 2020 election was stolen through fraud. Furthermore, 29% believe voting machines were programmed to change votes. According to data from YouGov, a majority of Americans, 54%, believe that Lee Harvey Oswald did not act alone in the 1963 assassination of John F. Kennedy. Medical conspiracy theories are also widely held. Duke University researchers found that half of all Americans subscribe to medical conspiracies, such as the idea that the FDA deliberately keeps natural cancer cures hidden. Conversely, fringe theories like NASA faking the moon landing are only believed by about 13% of the population. Popular conspiracy theories span across history, and they typically involve the belief that a powerful group is secretly manipulating events. 1. Historical and political theories. The JFK assassination. September 11th was an inside job. The New World Order, a deep state, and secret cabals. The Denver International Airport serves as a headquarters for the New World Order, fueled by its unusual layout, public artwork, and underground bunkers. Pearl Harbor attack. 2. Space, science, and alien theories. The Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969 never happened and was entirely staged by NASA in a Hollywood studio. The Earth is flat. Chemtrails. Roswell, alien cover-ups, and UFOs or UAPs. The crypto-terrestrial hypothesis. The lizard people, reptilians. There is a zoo hypothesis. Government disclosure and cover-ups. While these alien theories remain deeply embedded in popular culture, the broader scientific community, including organizations like NASA, generally dismisses them due to a lack of verifiable, peer-reviewed evidence. 3. Public health and technology theories. COVID-19 and vaccines. There are claims suggesting the pandemic was an intentional bioweapon or a hoax, alongside theories that the vaccines were used to implant tracking microchips into the population. Water fluoridation, the belief that adding fluoride to public drinking water is not for dental health, but rather a sinister plot designed to medicate or pacify the public. 4. Pop culture theories, that Paul McCartney of the Beatles secretly died in a 1966 car crash and was replaced by a look-alike. A modern internet theory is claiming that the Canadian singer Avril Lavigne passed away and a clone named Melissa took her place. The question now is what we think we know real. In summary, what we believe to be true is really based on our brain's chemicals, electrical impulses, and self-programming. Well, these are my thoughts for today. And again, whether you agree or disagree, please verify the information presented. Thank you. And until next time, take care and be safe.
No, Kevin. Me na do it.
Ooh.